Hello, welcome to 5 Minute Monday. I want to talk about whether we believe that we deserve happiness, because this is something that I probably asked myself or got asked a while ago, like 3 years ago when I started working as a life coach and training as a life coach. And I was like, yeah, I totally believe that I deserve happiness. In fact, did you see what I did when I said that? I shook my head. So things like that, like little signals, the subconscious saying, deep down here, I don't believe it. Like consciously, we can be like, of course, I believe I deserve happiness. Like, who wouldn't? But then when we dig a little deeper, we find a few little voices that say, no, I've been really naughty, or I'm a bit of a failure, or there were a few people when I was growing up who didn't really like me. So those parts of us, those little historic parts of us, maybe don't believe as much as the person who's here today sitting on the sofa talking to you. So sometimes when a client comes to work with me, it might be that they're really working towards something, a beautiful dream, and it's just not happening. It's just not working out, and they don't really understand why. And it might be that when I first ask them that question, do you believe that you deserve happiness, or do you believe that you deserve this dream? They're like, yeah. But then we dig a little deeper and we find out that actually they don't 100% believe it. And so if you don't 100% believe it, there's going to be a part of you when things start to get happy, or when you start to get a little bit closer to your dream, there's that part of you who doesn't believe that it deserves it, who's going to just start throwing things around to say, this is really unfamiliar. I'm beginning to feel happy. I need to do something to stop this because it's really weird. It's not what I'm used to. And so if you find yourself in that situation where like things were going really good and then like I just had a total meltdown, or things were going really great and then I just struck an argument and it all just went pear-shaped, it's an indication that there's a little part of you who's feeling really unfamiliar in this place of joy, or in this place where you're like halfway towards your dreams and it's like, no, I don't deserve this. So what do we do? What do we do that's going to help shift this whole experience so that we can come into a place where we do believe that we deserve happiness, we do believe that we deserve our dreams to happen? So it's not a case of like, oh, I did some personal work and, suddenly I just believe that everything can fall into my lap. It begins with first being able to ask that question, do I believe that I deserve this? And notice the mind that's like, yeah, of course, like that's such a no-brainer question to be asking. But just to take a moment and really feel. Feel what? So this is where coming into the body is really useful and really informative. So it might be that up in the head's going, yeah, I totally believe this. I totally believe I deserve happiness. But then the head can also show you, okay, well, then was that time when things were going really well and you kind of messed it up. And then there was that time where you had that opportunity, but you didn't see it through. So then you just come a little bit lower, maybe to the throat. See how that feels. Come down into the heart. See how that feels. And it can be as simple as just asking different body parts, are you ready for this? Are you ready for happiness? Are you ready for this dream to play out? And almost a conversation between the head and the body. The head that's the here and now that wants it, and the body which is holding these past experiences where someone was mean to us or someone said that we didn't do our homework right. And just checking in. Do you believe? Do you trust me? And so it's a really nice, simple place to start. And it'll be a place that I start with a lot of my clients when we really step into work where we are uniting the whole body, the whole living experience into believing that we deserve happiness, that we deserve our dream. And slowly, we start to find that there's things that are going a little bit more to plan. There are moments of happiness that we're a little bit more able to accept. And that's when we begin to get an idea of the body and the mind beginning to make friends. So a little bit of insight into what can happen when we don't feel that we deserve things, and how you can begin to make that shift so that the happiness that you want can also be the happiness that you believe that you deserve. So wishing you all that happiness, wishing you all the best with your dreams. And I look forward to seeing you next Monday. And I want to thank you also for your amazing emails and the lovely direct messages that you send me on Twitter. And just to let you know that you can also leave a comment on this page here. It is allowed, and I would love to read it. See you next week.